The last plea was for us. Beaten and bruised, his brow bleeding from the crown of thorns jammed tight around his forehead as part of the mocking scorn and scourging by being beaten by the Roman guards. The cross upon his shoulders, tore open by the fierce whip, Jesus stumbled through the streets of the city, the ones that David had once danced before the ark, where Jesus visited as a child and a youth, and even walked with his disciples during festivals. The mixture of mocking and mourning people who lined his path to the place of execution. Jesus stumbles. Then a man named Simon is ordered to carry Jesus' cross until they come to Golgotha. There, Jesus is nailed to the cross with a sign to remark on his crime and to name him, saying, "Jesus of Nazareth, the King of the Jews." The priests had issue with it because that is exactly what they didn't want publicized. They wanted the sign to say he said he was the king. But Pilate orders it to stay as it was posted. Standing by, even as the soldiers ghoulishly cast lots for Jesus' robes, was Jesus' mother Mary and her sister, and Mary Magdalene as well, and Mary Cleophas' wife, and John. And Jesus' plea to them is to be his witness of what is happening and to care for one another, especially the plea to care for his mother. And John makes Jesus' mother a part of his household that very moment. Then Jesus' plea turns to heaven, and he cries out, my God, why have you forsaken me?" The very words of Psalm 22. And everything about that psalm is lived out in Jesus' death and fulfillment of it as a prophecy. He prays to God again. Forgive them. They don't know what they're doing. And even when we do know, and we sin knowingly, the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ in his dying plea, and in his innocence in the courts of the Sanhedrin, and before the king and the governor, and Jesus Christ in his prayers back in the garden. This is all for the will of God. All for God's love for you. Then he said, "It is finished." And he died.